Hello dear students, I am Dr. Chandrakala HT. In this video, under the topic Protocols and Standards, I will be discussing the OSI model layers. We will be discussing the functions of three layers: session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. First, the session layer. Session layer basically takes care about the interaction between the communicating devices. So it makes sure that it establishes a handshake between the two communicating devices, maintains a continuous connection for the two communicating devices to communicate with each other, and also synchronizes their interaction. So if you observe in this picture, the session layer takes the data from the presentation layer and it will add its own header and also synchronization bits. The header information is useful for handshake signal establishment between the session layer of the sender side and the receiver side. The synchronization bits are nothing but the checkpoints which are inserted between the information so that during communication, if a connection disruption happens between the sender and receiver and the communication stops in between, instead of restarting the whole interaction, the communication can be restarted from the checkpoint, recent checkpoint. So the checkpoints are the points which are going to ensure a proper communication. In case of any communication error happens, the communication can be restarted from the synchronization checkpoints. So session layer has two tasks: dialog control and synchronization. Dialog control means the session layer will work as a dialog controller and creates a dialogue between the two processes which communicate with each other, and the dialogue can be either half duplex or full duplex. Half duplex means only the data packets will be sent from the sender to receiver and receiver does not send an acknowledgement. Full duplex means after receiving the data sent by the sender, the receiver will send back an acknowledgement. So the best example of acknowledgement is on a WhatsApp. For the message you have sent, you will get back a blue tick. You might have observed. So WhatsApp ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದಾಗ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲೂ ಟಿಕ್ ಬರೋದು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಲೂ ಟಿಕ್ to your message from your personal window, you can understand that it has been read by the receiving person. If there is only white tick, it means that the receiving person has not yet read the information. So a blue tick is an acknowledgement. ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಜಿಮೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅವ್ರು ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಕ್ನಾಲೆಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. Okay, that is half duplex. Gmail is half duplex, WhatsApp is full duplex. These two are examples of half duplex and full duplex, or rather I can tell them as analogies. WhatsApp and Gmails are analogies for half duplex and full duplex communication. So session layer establishes a dialogue between two communicating processes. So one process will be on the sender side, another process will be on the receiver side. Between these two processes, the session layer will establish either a half duplex or full duplex dialogue. So dialogue means a handshake between the two processes. Handshake means each of them understand the readiness of each other for communication. The second function of session layer is synchronization. So if some error occurs in middle of transmission of data, then the session layer would have inserted synchronization checkpoints. On the receiver side, the session layer inserts the synchronization checkpoints. So in that case, the receiver on error of data transmission, it can start retransmitting from the previous checkpoint instead of transmitting the entire data from the beginning. So this process is called as synchronization and recovery. The next layer is presentation layer. Presentation layer mainly takes care of the syntax and semantics of the information which is exchanged by the two communicating processes. So syntax means the rules, grammatical rules for data to be transmitted. Syntax and semantics takes care of the grammatical rules of data to be exchanged. So the presentation layer makes sure that the data which is sent by the sender will be in the same syntax and semantics to be understood by the presentation layer of the peer device. Okay, so the syntax which is understood by one computer need not be the same on any other computer which is connected on the network. So each computer will have its own conventions for the way in which it receives the data and the way in which it interprets the data. So presentation layer acts as a bridge between these two devices. It alters the message in such a way that both the communicating parties will be able to interpret the data which they are exchanging. Okay, so that's about the syntax and semantics which is taken care by the presentation layer. If both of them do not agree on the same syntax, the presentation layer has to translate the information in such a way that the receiving end will interpret it properly. Hence, presentation layer is also called as syntax layer. Apart from translation, presentation layer also performs encryption. So encryption is a process in which the presentation layer converts the sender transmitted information into another form before it is put onto the network. So encrypting will completely alter the data into some sort of symbols which do not make any sense to an intruder who can hack this message from the network. Even if he receives or gets access to the message on the network, he cannot understand what is the content. So from the sender side, the presentation layer will encrypt the data and put it onto the network. And on the receiver side, the presentation layer of the receiver will decrypt this data and then interpret it correctly. So both the peer presentation layers, the presentation layer on the sender and receiver should be following a common encryption and decryption algorithm for this to happen. The third function of presentation layer is compression. So in order to reduce the number of bits to be transmitted on the network, in order to reduce the bandwidth requirement of the data which is transmitted on the network, the presentation layer provides compression services. So compression service has the capability to eliminate redundant data bits in the information so that the size of the file can be reduced. So there are many compression techniques which are available. The most popular ones are your zip and rar, which comes with your Windows operating system. Both are examples of compression applications which are available. So compression is also one of the main tasks of presentation layer. So the three tasks performed by the presentation layer are translation, encryption, and compression. The last layer of the OSI model is the application layer. This application layer, which is the layer 7 of OSI model, it's very near to the user of the network. So user has an immediate access to the application layer of the OSI model. An application layer serves as a window for several network services to the user. It provides file transfer services, emailing services, web browsing services, so on and so forth for the user. So it handles the network transparency through its authentication services by providing username and logins to the user. And also it handles resource allocation tasks for the multiple users who are in contention to make use of the network at the same instance of time. So functions of application layers, if you have to formally define, they are the file transfer, access, and management function. So this application allows the user to access files which are stored elsewhere on a remote computer on a network. So a user of the node on which this application layer function is functioning might have an access to the files which are present on any computer throughout the worldwide network which is available. The user will be able to locate the file, retrieve the file, and manage the files which are available on remote locations using the file transfer, access, and management function of the application layer. The second function of application layer is mail services. The application layer provides facilities for email forwarding and storage facilities. So today, any of your mail services, they not only provide for sending and receiving information, they provide some gigabytes of data. For example, ಈಗ ನೀವು Gmail ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು around 15 GB of free storage space ನ access ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So mail services ಬರೀ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಆನ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮೂವ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಇರ್ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಡೇಟಾ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಕ್ಲೌಡ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಡೇಟಾನ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇಂದಾನು ಆ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದೋ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಡೇಟಾನ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೋರೇಜ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ದ other important function of application layer is directory services. So directory services ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ application layer ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it manages access to distributed databases. So the application layer provides access to the databases which are stored on some powerful servers on the network to its users. So user ಯಾವುದೋ ಸರ್ವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ನ ಡೇಟಾನ ರಿಟ್ರೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕ್ವೆರಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Okay, that's one facility provided under directory services. And also the directory services maintain global information about various nodes on the network as well. Also directory service provides user credentials in order to log into the network and make use of it. So username, password, credentials na kuda directory services provide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ to the users of the network. So these are few functions of the application layer. Application layer does three main functions: file transfer, access and management, mail services, and directory services. So in this video we learned three layers of OSI model: the application layer, presentation layer, and session layer in detail. Thank you.